What's going on, yo? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Deep Rhythm, coming back on the Critical Thought channel. We got another video for y'all today on the Incarcerated Podcast. We got a special video. We got some things we want to talk about in this video right here, man. Shit just get on my nerve, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little folded right now, man. I'm a little pissed off a little bit, man, because it's like, motherfuckers, man. I hate when niggas try to pull up to a function, man, like, that don't put in no work. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is not a part of the function. Niggas is just straight spectators. You know what I'm saying? And they want to come and just play a part or just come into the function. Like, that shit pissed me off more than anything else, bro. You just sitting around fucking, what you doing, bro? Like, you in the fucking way. You know what I'm saying? You don't pull up to the job site. You know what I'm saying? Have niggas standing around fucking, you know what I'm saying? Just with you know what I'm saying? Just fucking getting in the way, just in the middle of the shit that's going on. Like, nah, man. Playing spectator sport in the middle of the function. Like, I hate that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got niggas out here working, bro. You just sit up here like on that whole spectator ass time. Like, I hate niggas like that. That shit piss me the fuck off. Like, nigga, mind your own business. Go your own way. Nigga, you a distraction. Get the fuck out. Fuck out the way, man. I hate to start off this video like that, man, but I just had to get that out the way, man. I don't like the spectator stuff, man. Like, if people in a function and got stuff going on, if you're not invited, you know what I'm saying? If you wasn't like intended to be there, man, just keep it the hell moving, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate the lack of respect for niggas. I hate the lack of respect for people at work. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's the thing that pissed me off, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? If somebody at work, man, get the hell out the way. Let folks, you know what I'm saying, do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because folks is busy. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time to be messing around with that old other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that gets me. But I want to say this, right? It's got to be some sort of middle ground. Like, there's got to be some sort of like distancing, man, because I feel like niggas like that done got too close to the function. You know what I'm saying? To the craft. So much spectator stuff in the craft. I hate that shit. Like, I hate that shit so much, you know? But anyway, man, like, listen. Welcome back to the Critical Thought Podcast, man. We just got special something we want to say, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a matter for me. Like, it's a regard of just stay away from the function, man. If you're not like in it or a part of the function, if you're not gonna put in the work, and if you're not on that type of time of actually developing yourself and getting better, you know what I'm saying? And actually being productive, stay the hell out. Stay the hell out the way. You know what I'm saying? Stay the hell out the function. Stay the hell out, you know what I'm saying, the craft. You know what I'm saying? Because we looking to get better, you know what I'm saying? And that's the main thing, you feel me?
And I got in that ED because they got 2 touchdowns.
That's the main thing, you know what I'm saying? We productivity just got to get separated from them other niggas, man, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that really gets me. But anyway, in this video, we got a special video for today. We did want to expand on a few things regarding that last topic we made about, you know what I'm saying, the prison stories, the prison and everything, right? I want to say this, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, as a youngin', right? You develop yourself, you carve yourself out. You know what I'm saying? You want to, you know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you can do the things that you want to be able to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have dreams, aspirations, goals. You know what I'm saying? That you want to, visions that you want to, like, you know what I'm saying, progress to. Like, but when you get locked up and you get put in that system, man, it changes you. You know what I'm saying? Like, your output on life changes completely and messes up your whole life. Like, you may have a family, friends, you know what I'm saying, that you have. But once them pigs get a hold of you, bro, and you know what I'm saying, you get separated from that system, or you get, you know, separated from, you know what I'm saying, by that system, man. Listen, it's almost like shit ain't never gonna be the same, man. Like, you ain't never gonna be able to see them the same, man. Like, your friends, your family, because you have seen some things that you can't unsee. You know what I'm saying? And it changes your perspective on life. You know what I'm saying? It changes you, right? You've seen some things that changes you, right? And amongst normal people, because society is run by normal folks. Like, normal folks is what, like, you know what I'm saying, run society and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Normal folks who haven't really experienced the type of, like, serious traumas and stuff, you know? They can't equate, or they can't really understand or regulate, you know what I'm saying, with somebody who has really experienced those type of traumas. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when these types of people that really experienced those type of traumas, seeing people who hung themselves, committed suicide, been strip searched before, you know what I'm saying, and had through the aggressions of that, you know what I'm saying, that jail really turned you inside out, you know what I'm saying, on some different type of level, and it'll really put you in a different state of mind, you know what I'm saying, especially with the influence. The major influence is the other thing that really gets me, you know what I'm saying, that really gets me, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like, when we talk about like going to jail, the influence, right? You got drugs and jails on some pods, on like the minimum pods and stuff, people getting, you know what I'm saying, kirked out. And you got, you know what I'm saying, other pods, you know what I'm saying, where people crash out, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you got a lot of different things going on, and it's very easy to get involved with things within the jail. And nobody really talks about this sort of thing too, right? Regardless of, I mean, obviously you got your Bloods, your Crips, and you know what I'm saying, BDGs, other type of gangs, you know what I'm saying, your Muslims, you know what I'm saying? And you got your different types of gangs and stuff, and people like band together, you know what I'm saying, and join these groups. Depending on what type of, you know what I'm saying, if you in jail, okay, like, you know what I'm saying, you probably stay away from it, like any of that type of stuff. Sometimes it's easier to stay away from it when you're in jail, but if you was to go to prison, it'd be a lot more difficult to stay away from that. You know what I'm saying? Bloods or Crips or joining one of these gangs, you know what I'm saying? It'd be a little bit tougher, but at the same time, from my experience and from what I know, it's still not that difficult. I still separate myself from any gangs, you know what I'm saying? From my experience, I wouldn't even join them. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't join no group still. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, point I'm trying to make is the fact that when we talk about, like, jail, and we talk about influence is like this, right? It's very easy to get influenced in jail because you got riots, you got all types of, you know what I'm saying, stuff going on in the jail, you know, so that people do, you know what I'm saying, just to get a bid, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people start riots and stuff. Sometimes, man, people just trying to bid, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to do stuff like that, but you have this sort of thing going on, right? You got your gangs going on, right? You got your you know what I'm saying, all types of bad influence, right? You got all types of bad influence within the jail, right? So that's what I really want to highlight and point out. Like, nobody really talks about the influence, how bad it is, especially if you come in there young, you know what I'm saying, and you on some ignorant stuff, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get caught up in some of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you gotta know how to separate yourself. And you gotta be able to know how to stick to yourself and just stay out the way, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that go on, right? That's if you was to get in them predicaments, right? But at the same time, like, the energy that you're around and being around it all the time, man, this stuff changes you. It changes your perspective on life because of the things people do and the things people say. You know what I'm saying? Just sort of, it changes your perspective on life because real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess normal people ain't been around that type of energy and that type of environment and that type of stuff, right? People saying stuff that it's the wild, crazy stuff that they say, doing some of the wild, crazy stuff that they do, you know what I'm saying? And just being in an environment of that type of, you know what I'm saying, wilderness, you know what I'm saying? That type of crazy. Normal people ain't been in them type of situations, bro. So you're going to go into a situation where you're around all this type of energy, you know what I'm saying? Communicating with it, you know what I'm saying, trying to stay out the way of it. But, you know what I'm saying, you got to understand another thing, too, like in the jail and prison systems, people try to coerce you, you know what I'm saying? People try to coerce you, man, and you just got to, like, you know what I'm saying, mind your business, stay out the way, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, you know, people do coerce you to do things and get involved with certain things, and that's just it, man. That's just the fact, you know? And my thing is, like, you know, if you got a family on the outside, man, like, when you get in that jail, first things first, like, you by yourself, man. You ain't got nothing when you in the jail. Like, you by yourself there. You know what I'm saying? You might call up some people and they answer, man, that's great. That means all in the world to you, but it doesn't change the fact that you in that joint by yourself. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And the other thing is, too, like, you know, when you really get in them situations, like, behind bars and in the prison system and in jail, you got to understand that, you know what I'm saying, like the things that happen from within the jail and the experiences that you have with medical, with the COs, you know what I'm saying, they put you and treat you at a level that below that of a human dog. You get institutionalized. You know what I'm saying? You get institutionalized from within the jail to the point to where you don't even think that you're a human being. Like you don't even see yourself as a human being, right? And you don't even notice that you don't. You know what I'm saying? That's what I call institutionalization. It's being institutionalized, you know? And when you come out of jail, you can't see the same way that your family do. You can't see the same way that your friends do. You can't see the same way that the people around you do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, the thing is, like, the people around you, you can't see the same way that they do. You know what I'm saying? Because they're no longer, you don't see eye to eye with them. The prison system puts you at a level below. It puts you at a level below. Like, it puts you at a state below. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you're no longer human. You're no longer, like, person. You're no longer, like, you know what I'm saying? You're, like, subatomic, you know what I'm saying, creature. Like, mammal. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Subatomic, like, you know what I'm saying? Existence. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, like, when they put you at that level, you can no longer communicate to your friends or family the same way. Like, you can no longer communicate to people the same way. Much harder to get a job if you got a record. You can't even interact with people like that, you know what I'm saying? Especially, like, normal people, you know what I'm saying? You can't really see eye to eye. You can't really interact with them because your eyes have been open to so many different possibilities. Especially with, you know, of people and energy that you've been around. It's been open to so much of it. It's been normalized to so much of it that, you know, you can't really synchronize or be, you can't really get comfortable around people. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't really be comfortable around people. You can't really, you know, interconnect with people on, like, you know what I'm saying? You really can't do, you can't synchronize. You can't really connect with people on a deeper level. You can't really do none of that with people no more because you've been that separated from, you know, society and stuff. And that shit is not sweet. Like, you know what I'm saying? As much as people try to say, like, getting locked up, like, oh, yeah, you around killers, around this, that, around that. Man, listen, you may be around some real niggas, but at the end of the day, you're going to be around some grimy niggas, right? And when you're around that type of grime for so long and there's nothing you can do about it, you don't pick and choose where you go. That's the other thing I want to actually get clear about jail. Like, when you get locked up, you don't choose where you go. You don't choose who you're around. You don't choose your cellie. You don't choose who you get to hang around, like, you know what I'm saying, to do your bid with. You could be doing the next 3, 4, 5, 10 years, you know what I'm saying, with you know what I'm saying, and in a situation around a person that, you know what I'm saying, in a situation that you know, that's really, you know what I'm saying, really effed up, you know what I'm saying, a really bad situation, right? You know what I'm saying? You might have a cellie, you know what I'm saying, you might be put in a predicament where you're around a cellie or someone who's just, you know what I'm saying, very grimy, you know what I'm saying? You might be put in a position or predicament where you're around, like, people in the pod who are, you know what I'm saying, are very grimy, you know what I'm saying, and do grimy things, you know what I'm saying, and make the bid harder, you know what I'm saying? So you're around a lot of different energy, right? You know what I'm saying? Around a lot of different people, and that's not the type of energy that, you know what I'm saying, I know for me specifically, but you wouldn't want to be around, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, being around that, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, you may meet like 1 or 2 guys who could really tell you something, but at the same time, you got all these other folks in here, man, that just make the bid this much harder, and, you know what I'm saying, the trauma is not worth it, you know what I'm saying? The experience is not worth it, because now your mind is being so expanded to things, possibilities that can't really happen in the physical world. You know what I'm saying? So now your mind is being expanded to, it's being normalized to, it's being conditioned to many different factors and things within your own mind and within your own brain and with your own head that can't actually happen in, like, you know what I'm saying, everyday society outside, you know what I'm saying, of the jail. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing to think about, right? You know what I'm saying? Imagine how much excess, you know, crap and excess load, you know, can really get stored in your brain. You know what I'm saying? That you done seen, that you done heard, that you done been around. You know what I'm saying? That's just stuck with you. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying? You just stuck with. It's traumatized. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, that's the other thing. You can't, you know what I'm saying? People get the notion that you could just delete things out of your head. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just delete things out of your head, especially if you don't want it there. You know what I'm saying? That's something that's just going to stay there. You know what I'm saying? It's going to affect you, and it's going to hurt you, and it's going to mess up situations. It's going to affect, you know what I'm saying, connections. It's going to affect all of this type of stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? It's going to affect your communication line between other people, like, you know what I'm saying? Normal people, right? And it's going to affect your interconnectedness with other people too, like people you really want to deeply connect with on a deeper level, right? It's going to affect all this, right? And you could be just a normal person, right? You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy about you. But just because you've been in the environment of these situations, you know what I'm saying, your mind has been expanded to so many opportunities. You can't really, you don't see eye to eye with these folks, man. You really don't, man. Because you got folks go to college, folks gonna come straight from high school, go to college, man, around college energy, around these folks, normal, like, you know what I'm saying, and they just in school doing what they do, man, and you know what I'm saying, going from there, right? The energy that they around, man, they didn't grow up with the folks that they went to high school with and then went straight to college. You know what I'm saying? You, on the other hand, you may have you know what I'm saying, graduated from high school, started going to college, or, you know, maybe not even made it to college, maybe didn't even graduate high school, get stuck in the prison system, and then come out and now you're around this energy. Listen, you don't fit in no more. You know what I'm saying? As much as you would want to deny it, or as much as it wouldn't seem, I guess, you don't fit in with that environment, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get in jail, you're on everybody. You're on everybody. You know what I'm saying? You're around the good, the bad, the ugly. You know what I'm saying? And all of that is meshed in. A bunch of energy you don't want, you know what I'm saying, is meshed in that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing you just can't get out of your head. You know what I'm saying? That you can't get away from. Especially, you know what I'm saying, certain jails, right? Certain jails, man, they house crazy folks with normal folks. You know what I'm saying? They house crazy folks, crazy MFs with normal folks, right? And this type of psychology, this type of institutionalization, you know what I'm saying, that the jails be doing for, like, psychological reasons to try to, like, you know what I'm saying, crush you, is crazy. The amount of experimentation that they do, you know what I'm saying? In this low right here, they're mixing gays, they're mixing with straights, they're mixing homosexuals, crazy folks, you know what I'm saying, actually crazy folks, you know what I'm saying, likely to do anything, you know what I'm saying, because they crazy, you know what I'm saying. They'll pistol in the cell, shit in, you know, in the cell, right, in the pod, you know what I'm saying. They'll do anything, right? Anything what can happen with these folks. Crazy folks, killers, you know what I'm saying, assassins, real life assassins, somebody that is literally, that'll really assassinate you, you know what I'm saying, like experienced in assassination. You got assassins, you know what I'm saying. You got you know, folks with bodies, you know what I'm saying, like real killers, murderers. I'm talking about killers, like murderers, like folks that have bodies and literally kill folks. You know what I'm saying? Mass murder, like I'm talking about murderers. You got murderers in there. You know what I'm saying? And folks talk about, like, you know what I'm saying, yeah, I want to be, what kind of, you want to be around? What kind of, listen, man. You say that, man, like you say that you want to be around killers, man. Think about that, right? I think the community has to come to a point to where we understand, like, what we're really talking about, what we're really saying. You saying you want to be around killers. I'm saying I done been around killers. I done been around assassins. You know what I'm saying? I done been around drug dealers, serious drug dealers with bodies. I done been around some serious folk. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't want to be around them folk. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest. You don't want to be around them folk, man. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to strictly you. You don't want to be around them folk. You want to be able to grow up. You know what I'm saying? Get you some money. You want to be able to go to college. You know You know what I'm saying? Do the best that you can within your craft. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to do it the best that you can within your craft. Whatever your craft is, you want to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? And craft yourself out. You don't want to you don't want to just get stripped out of your whole shit and your whole system and then get, you know what I'm saying, locked the hell up and have to deal with all this stuff. Cause the trauma ain't worth it, man. It ain't the baggage, the mental baggage that it come with ain't worth it, man. That you just stacking on top of yourself that you ain't never gonna get away from. You know what I'm saying? Homeless, crazy folk, man. Homeless people, crazy folk. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? In the insanity, I'm talking about insane folks that is insane. You know what I'm saying? Killers, murderers, assassins. You got your what's it called, man? You got all of these in the same pod, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? What else, man? What are them people called? Pedos. They wouldn't even be in the pod though. But then you got your pedos and shit. You got your homosexuals and stuff, man. You got all this in the same pod, man. Some of them, like, you know what I'm saying, ain't. Sometimes, you know, you think that homosexuality is a normal. You think it's normal until you've been to prison, like until you got locked up and seen how homosexuality really works in there. You know what I'm saying? So before you say like me saying homosexual, I mean in jail. I mean a jail type of homosexuality. It's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Now try being in there, get traumatized by that. You know what I'm saying? Get traumatized by that type of experience, man. You're gonna see some things that you ain't never wish you seen before in your life. And you ain't never gonna get it out of your head, man. 2 men kissing each other. 2 men effing each other. That's some shit you ain't never gonna get out of your head. I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? When you get around normal folks, man. I'm talking about, man, kids nowadays, man. You be coming in good families, man. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, man, like going to college, you know what I'm saying? Opportunity to go to college, opportunity to you know what I'm saying, do all this stuff, man, and hang out with your family. Nothing is more important, nothing is better than being able to hang out with your family, being able to interconnect with them. You're going to throw all that away just because you want to, you know what I'm saying, prove yourself. You know what I'm saying? In my case, it was different, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm just pointing on what I see now. You know what I'm saying? My case was a little bit different. I was trying to escape my environment, you know? I was just trying to escape my environment where I was at, you know? But, you know what I'm saying, some other things too, I was just not in the right headspace at all, trying to escape my environment. But what I'm saying is, like, to some of you youngins, like, what I'm seeing on the street, you know what I'm saying, in this area in particular, is just a bunch of nonsense and craziness, man. Y'all have so much to prove for what? But I'm not gonna like say like I wasn't the same way, because I most definitely was. You know what I'm saying? I most definitely was. I'm not gonna lie and try to portray it like I wasn't. But at the same time, like, I fell into peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? When you that way, like half on, half like you easy fall into peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy for you to get coerced to do things that you shouldn't do. And you're going to end up locked up in a bad position, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you got something to prove. Very easy to coerce. Very easy to coerce to do things, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Harder to make decisions. You have less control of your own mind. You know what I'm saying? When you're on that type of time. Mind, I mean emotionally, right? Your actions, you know what I'm saying? Your impulse. You know what I'm saying? To be coerced to do things that you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? That's really going to put you in a bad position, right? You're going to jeopardize everything you had planned, you know what I'm saying? Or potentially had planned, you know what I'm saying, and get put in a bad position, you know what I'm saying. So, that's one thing, right? And another thing is like, you know, when you like that, you know what I'm saying, and you just like, man, like being this course to do things, man. That's just like it eventually it ends badly, you know what I'm saying? It's some way, shape, or form. Eventually, if you know what I'm saying, if you play with fire long enough, man, you know what I'm saying, it's going to end up to bite you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to end up biting you. So that's the important thing I really wanted to say. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, man, like if you're that age and you're that young, you know what I'm saying, and you just got something to prove, man, just chill out with that, man. Like really just take priority. Like, prioritize what you're trying to prioritize, man, and make that shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Prioritize what you're trying to prioritize to make that shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Make that thing happen, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nothing get in the way of that. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a clothing business or, you know what I'm saying, you want to go, you know what I'm saying, to play college ball or, you know what I'm saying, pro ball or overseas, or you want to do something else, right? You want to be like a scientist. I don't care what it is, man. Just prioritize that over the other stuff, you know what I'm saying? And just let that be the basis of just, you know what I'm saying, your growth, man. Really prioritize that, man. Take pride in that, you know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in all this mess you see, man, because this mess is a bunch of nonsense, you know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of impulse stuff to try to, you know what I'm saying, temptation to try to coerce you to do something that you'll regret later, you know what I'm saying? Do something that'll put you behind bars, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's a temptation for a young nigga, man. That's all it is. Point blank and period, you know what I'm saying? Temptation for a young black man, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to prove himself. You know what I'm saying? End up putting himself in a bad position. That's just all it is, man. End of the day. That's all that stuff you see, man. Like, as a youngin', I'm gonna tell you straight up, man, like for y'all youngins, man, like, straight up, man. All it is just temptation for a young black man. That's all it is, man. Understand it. I'm talking to all your impulse, you know what I'm saying? Young MFs, your egoistic young MFs, all y'all wanting to prove something and all that stuff, man. I'm trying to tell you, all it is temptation for a young nigga. That's all it is. You're a youngin', and all this stuff you see before you that's outside of your purpose and outside of, like, your goals and dreams, and your craft and all that stuff, man, ain't nothing but temptation for a young nigga. It's as simple as that. And you gotta be able to, like, see that and just be able to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just not get coerced into that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know you probably got, like, ego problems. I do too, man. And I'll be damned if I'm one to just try to tell somebody, like, you know what I'm saying, especially a young nigga, like, to not be, you know what I'm saying, to not have it in them. Because, I mean, I had it myself. I can't say that I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But I can encourage, you know what I'm saying, and come out of different perspectives that you might be able to understand, you know what I'm saying? That at the end of the day, all of it is temptation. End up fighting somebody, doing something you ain't got no business doing, getting locked up, and you just, you know, in that situation, right? And just like I said, when you get locked up, you know what you're gonna be around. I just told you, you're going to get you're going to deal with some things psychologically that you'll never be able to undo, and it's not worth the trade-off. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing I really want to say. Like, psychologically, it's not worth the trade-off. You know what I'm saying? Talking about in the jail with homosexual folk, man. I done seen some things, man. I done been around some things, man, that I'll never be able to unsee, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not worth it, man. You think you're gonna be around, like, you know what I'm saying, some real niggas and you know what I'm saying? But listen, you're gonna be around homosexuals. You're gonna be around crazy folks, insane folk. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be around crash dummies, and I'm not talking about the crash dummies that do that. I'm not talking about, like, crash dummies as in, like, drug dealers or anything. I'm talking about crash dummies as in little crash dummies. They crazy, but they're not, like, you know, the piss in the cell, you know, shit in the cell type crazy. They the other type of crazy. They're actually crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's just energy you don't want to be around. It's actually crazy folks that need to be in a mental hospital too. You know what I'm saying? They need mental help, and they do crazy things. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know how to calm down. You know what I'm saying? They just crazy. You know what I'm saying? You're around a lot of different types of folks, man. You can't really get no peace that way. You know what I'm saying? And this is the type of energy you're around. You know what I'm saying? It's like being around that type of stuff. You know, it's gonna do some things to you at the end of the day, to the point to where mentally you're not gonna be able to recover from. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to recover from it at the end of the day. And shoot, that's just, you know what I'm saying? Then that's the mental trauma you're gonna have to carry back to your family. That's the mental trauma you're gonna have to carry back to you know what I'm saying, your friends, loved ones, all that stuff. And it makes that much harder for you to be able to connect with anybody. And when you try to integrate back into whatever lifestyle you was living, you ain't even gonna be able to do it right. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And the reason you're not gonna be able to do it is because your mind has been open so much to all this, to all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the real problem. You know what I'm saying? That's the real issue, you know? All the mental stuff, man, you know what I'm saying, you gotta go through. And to conclude this podcast, man, you know, the main point I wanted to make in this video right here is normalcy, you know? The normalcy of your life, you know what I'm saying, and your day, your life structure, and how you was living. Like, now, if you was living like shit, you know what I'm saying, if you was really living like terribly on the street, man, that's a different story. I get it, man, because I didn't been around some folks that been locked up for reasons because of how it was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Their life, you know what I'm saying? It was so bad and so messed up that jail was easier to them, you know what I'm saying? Particularly homeless folk, you know what I'm saying, that can't get no shelter during the winter times. They'll do things in the winter time just to get locked up, you know what I'm saying? Just so they can have a shelter, you know what I'm saying? I done seen homeless folk do that, man. They be sleeping under bridges and under, you know what I'm saying, benches with no blankets, no coats, no nothing, you know what I'm saying, in Fredericksburg. I done seen that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, but I done seen that before. But at the end of the day, like, you know, important thing to know, like, jail is not something that you ever want to go to, you know what I'm saying? That's not something you want to enter at all, you know what I'm saying? The trade-off is not worth it, you know what I'm saying? It really ain't. Never has been, never will be, you know what I'm saying? The stuff that do you psychologically, you ain't never going to be able to recover from, right? You know what I'm saying? And there's so many things, like, something I said in my last video, too, like, the last podcast I made, like, the king of the jungle, or at least the king of this, you know what I'm saying, the planet, you know what I'm saying? It isn't the lion, it isn't the leopard, it isn't the jaguar, it isn't the hyena, it isn't the wolf, it isn't the elephant, it ain't even the fish, it ain't even the shark. You know what I'm saying? Because all those things can be killed by one man. You know what I'm saying? And a man has no talons, no claws, no fangs, no none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Man doesn't have none of that stuff, man. No claws, no talons, no fangs, no size. All it has is a mind. You know what I'm saying? All he has is his mind. So when you really think about that and you really take the time to really, like, process that, you understand, like, you know, getting locked up, you know, you lose something that you can't get back, you know what I'm saying? You lose something that's invaluable, you know what I'm saying, getting locked up. So before you think that you're going to be an egoistic person and do what you do, you know what I'm saying, just understand that the trade-off and what you lose is not worth it, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to lose something that is so important to you. You're going to lose something so vital and so important, you know, and you just might never be able to get it back, man. Your sanity, your everything, you know what I'm saying? And this world gonna shit on you, man, like when you get out. You think you're gonna come out and be, you know what I'm saying, hard or whatever and conquer the world, but really, this world gonna eat you alive, man, if you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. That's the thing people gotta understand about jail. Because you can go in jail and become the hardest MF, right? Because you ain't got nothing but time to work on yourself. But what good does that do you when you get out in the real world? You know what I'm saying? That stuff don't do you no good. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the people in prison or in jail don't know. You know what I'm saying? Folks in jail don't even know that. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been in jail so long, they think all the stuff they learning and all the stuff they teaching themselves, training themselves to be is what's gonna help them when they get out of jail. None of that stuff is gonna help them when they get out of jail. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. It can help what they do if they get rehabilitated. Now that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? With proper rehabilitation, maybe the stuff they do learn in jail will translate. You know what I'm saying? But if they don't got that, you know what I'm saying, the proper rehabilitation, that stuff don't matter. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So that's the thing to really understand and to really, like, you know what I'm saying, compute, like, for all you youngins, man, like, with an ego problem, because I be seeing it a lot, you know what I'm saying? You just want to try somebody, you just want to try on something, like, you know what I'm saying? You just want to try something, man, and it's like, I'm telling you right now, man, the king of the jungle, or the top of the food, like, you know what I'm saying, the top of the food chain for the world, you know what I'm saying? It ain't a lion, it ain't a jaguar, it ain't a bear, it ain't none of that. It's a man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So just understand that before you do what you do and you get locked up, because you're gonna have all that manhood stripped from you. So end of the day, I'm gonna conclude this video right here. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video right here. I'm not gonna go too much longer. Make sure y'all understand, man, like, you know what I'm saying, what I just said, because that's something that, you know, I feel like you really be able to really understand, you know what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, so much happened to you in jail, and I talked about this in a lot of my last videos, is the institutionalization, like psychology, you know what I'm saying, getting institutionalized, man. The things they do to you in the jail, the things they make you do, the amount of times you have to bow down to another man, you know what I'm saying, just to be able to, like, you know, go back in the cell, strip search, you know what I'm saying, cell search. You got to listen to all that. I don't care if you're the toughest man in the world, man. You still got to listen to everything they say and do everything they tell you to do, you know what I'm saying, when you're in the jail. So that's the point I'm trying to make, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, your manhood, you know what I'm saying, that's the important thing to keep, you know what I'm saying, and have, because that's the hardest thing to get back, right? So anyway, I'm going to conclude this video right here. Peace, love. Man, there's some things you ain't never want to see when you get in that jail, man. Some things you ain't never want to hear. I'm trying to tell you. It's going to mess up your psychology so bad. Your mind going to be so expanded and so open to some of the most disgusting things that when you try to be around people, man, you can't even have normal conversation, man. You can't even man, you can't even really sit and interconnect with people. You got so much stuff, you know what I'm saying, possibilities that could happen, right? You know what I'm saying? Because it's just there, floating around in your mind. You can't get it out, man. Some serious traumas, man. They reprogram your mind, man, like on a serious level. You know what I'm saying? They do some things to your mind, you know what I'm saying, that you can't undo. You know what I'm saying? But that's the last point I wanted to make on that, man. But I'm gonna end this joint right here. That ain't where you want to go, man. Stick to your family, still having fun. You're not missing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point I'm trying to make. You're not missing nothing, because if you take that route, you know what I'm saying, trust me, you're not missing nothing, you know, and I'm a walking example of that. Like, you're not missing nothing, you know what I'm saying? You're not missing, it ain't worth it, you know what I'm saying? It definitely ain't worth it, you know, and that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, you ain't missing nothing that's worth everything that's going to be attached to it, you know what I'm saying? So disgusting. Anyway, I'm going to conclude this video right here. Peace. Love. We out this joint. Shoot.